So you wake up every day, brush your teeth, go on your commute, and go to work. You talk with your colleagues about the news or how they spent their holiday, which, to be honest, you don't really care much about. You go back home in the same commute, have your dinner, watch your favorite show, and repeat. Maybe once in a while, you take a vacation, you go somewhere new, experience something different, but then you return home and fall right back into the cycle. Work, home, entertainment, sleep, then you wake up and do it all over again. Have you ever felt like there's something more to life than this endless routine? Like you're running on a treadmill, moving but never truly getting anywhere? You chase goals, career success, love, wealth, recognition, but even when you achieve them, the happiness is fleeting. At first, that new promotion feels amazing, but then the stress of more responsibility takes over. That new relationship is exciting, but after a while, it becomes just another part of the routine. The car, the house, the possessions, none of them truly satisfy you for long. So you start chasing the next thing, and the next, and the next. This cycle of chasing, achieving, feeling dissatisfied, and chasing again is what Buddhism calls samsara, the endless cycle of suffering and rebirth driven by dukkha, suffering, which in turn is caused by desire, ignorance, and attachment. But what exactly does that mean? Desire, the endless craving for more. Let's start with desire, Tanha in Pali. It's natural to want things. We all desire comfort, success, happiness, and love. But there's a problem. Desire never stops. The moment we satisfy one craving, another one arises. We are always wanting, always chasing, always believing that the next thing will finally make us happy. This is why we're never content. Even when we get what we want, we find flaws in it. The dream job turns into just another stressful obligation. The beautiful new house becomes another thing to clean and maintain. The perfect relationship starts to feel ordinary. Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist, talked about this in terms of the shadow self, the part of us that contains all our suppressed desires, fears, and unresolved conflicts. We keep chasing external things to fill the emptiness inside, not realizing that the real issue lies within us. No amount of success, pleasure, or material wealth can ever fully satisfy us because we are searching in the wrong place. The Buddha realized this over 2,500 years ago. He saw that as long as we are driven by desire, we will always suffer. Desire is like drinking salt water. The more you drink, the thirstier you become. In the Taoist tradition, desire is seen as a force that disrupts harmony. Laozi, the founder of Taoism, taught that the more we crave, the more restless we become. Instead of chasing after things, he encouraged people to practice Wu Wei, effortless action, allowing things to unfold naturally. When we stop grasping at life, we begin to find real peace. The Bible also warns against excessive desire. In Ecclesiastes, King Solomon, one of the wealthiest and most powerful men of his time, reflects on his life and says, "I have seen all the things that are done under the sun. All of them are meaningless, a chasing after the wind." Ecclesiastes 1 verse 14. No matter how much we acquire, it never truly satisfies us. Desire is an illusion. It promises happiness, but it only leads to more wanting. Ignorance, the illusion that keeps us trapped. The second cause of suffering is ignorance, avidya. We suffer because we don't see reality as it truly is. We believe that happiness comes from external things, that we are separate from others, and that we have control over life. But none of this is true. Ignorance is like a veil that blinds us. We think we know what will make us happy, but we don't. We keep making the same mistakes, chasing after the same illusions, and wondering why we are still unfulfilled. Taoism teaches that ignorance is living out of alignment with the Tao, the natural flow of the universe. When we are ignorant, we resist reality. We try to control things that cannot be controlled. We cling to rigid beliefs instead of flowing with life. Carl Jung spoke about ignorance in terms of the persona, the false self we create to fit into society. We become so attached to this mask that we forget who we really are. We chase after success, status, and approval because society tells us these things matter, but deep down, we feel empty. The Bible also warns against ignorance. Jesus often spoke about those who were spiritually blind, unable to see the truth. In the Gospel of Matthew, he says, "They have eyes, but they do not see. They have ears, but they do not hear." Matthew 13, verse 13. In other words, people go through life without ever waking up to the deeper reality. They remain trapped in illusions, believing that wealth, power, and pleasure will bring them lasting happiness. But all of these things are temporary. Attachment, clinging to the impermanent. Finally, we come to attachment, upadana. We suffer because we cling to people, possessions, ideas, and even our own identity. We want things to stay the same, but nothing is permanent. Everything changes. We attach to relationships, hoping they will last forever. But people grow and change, and sometimes they leave. We attach to our youth, but aging is inevitable. We attach to success, but nothing in life is guaranteed. The more we cling, the more we suffer. Taoism teaches that attachment disrupts the natural flow of life. Lucy compared life to a river. If you try to hold on to the water, it slips through your fingers. But if you let go and flow with the current, you find peace. Carl Jung believed that attachment to the ego, the false self, was one of the greatest barriers to personal growth. He taught that true wholeness comes from letting go of our rigid identities and embracing the unknown. The Bible echoes this wisdom. In the Gospel of Luke, Jesus says, "Whoever tries to keep their life will lose it, and whoever loses their life will preserve it." Luke 17, verse 33. This doesn't mean we should abandon life, but that we should stop clinging to things that are impermanent. True freedom comes from surrendering, from trusting in something greater than ourselves, breaking free from the cycle. So how do we escape this cycle of suffering? Buddhism teaches that the way out is through the Eightfold Path, a set of practices that help us cultivate wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline. Taoism teaches that we must align with the Tao, stop resisting, stop chasing, and start flowing with life. Jungian psychology suggests that we must integrate our unconscious mind, face our desires, fears, and illusions, and become whole. The Bible teaches that the path to freedom is spiritual awakening, letting go of worldly attachments and seeking something deeper. No matter which path you follow, the message is the same. Let go of endless desires. Open your eyes to the truth. Stop clinging to things that are temporary. When you do this, you step off the wheel of samsara. You stop running in circles and start moving toward true peace. So the next time you feel trapped in the cycle, working, chasing, suffering, repeating, ask yourself, what am I really looking for? And what happens if I just let go? Letting go isn't about renouncing the world or rejecting everything you desire. It's about shifting your relationship with the things you want. In fact, manifesting the life you truly desire is a form of letting go. Letting go of the craving, the constant need for more, and the attachment to how things should be. When you let go of the craving and simply become aligned with your highest self, your true essence, you tap into the power of manifesting. It's not about striving or forcing things into being. It's about becoming the person you're meant to be fully in every moment. Now, I know this may sound mystical, but guess what? It is. This teaching has been passed down through countless spiritual traditions across the globe. Buddhism speaks of non-attachment and the middle path. Taoism talks about wu-wei, effortless action. The mystics of Sufism speak of union with the divine through surrender. Even in Christianity, we hear Jesus say, "Whoever tries to keep their life will lose it, and whoever loses their life will preserve it." These teachings all echo the same truth. When we stop clinging, when we let go of the need for things to be a certain way, we begin to experience the true freedom of being. We stop running on that endless treadmill and start living in alignment with what's already here in the present moment. So, to wrap this up, think about it. You don't need to chase after success or constantly strive for more. Instead, ask yourself, how can I let go of what I think I need and trust in the flow of life? When you do, you might just find that everything you've been chasing starts coming to you effortlessly. You'll finally be free to be the person you were always meant to be. It's a journey, and it's one worth taking. Let go, and let life show you just how beautiful it can be. Thank you so much for watching this video. I truly hope it has provided you with some valuable insights or helped you reflect in a meaningful way. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who may benefit. Your comments mean a lot to me, so feel free to share your thoughts below. I'd love to hear how you connect with the ideas we've discussed. If you're interested in exploring these topics more deeply, check out my other videos, books, and courses. They dive further into the concepts we touched on today. Remember, it's all about knowing and seeing one step at a time. Everything is unfolding perfectly with the right divine timing. You are on the right path, and you're closer than you think. Every step you take brings you closer to your true purpose. Trust the journey and be grateful for where you are right now. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.